Hi, it's Kate with the Thaiger, here with today's top headlines in Thailand and Southeast Asia. In Thailand, the cabinet has approved a measure to entice those who they call high-potential foreigners, such as wealthy retirees and specialists, to spend a prolonged period in Thailand. And the Thai government says they plan to issue a new long-term visa or smart visa. The visa will grant privileges like not needing to go to immigration for a 90-day report. And a government spokesperson adds that laws and regulations concerning land ownership will be modified to attract foreign investors. The measure is a bid to promote foreign investment and to improve the struggling economy. They plan to hit a target of 1 million wealthy foreigners within the next 5 years. The 4 groups the government hopes to attract to Thailand are high-income earners, foreign retirees, experts in different fields, and people who want to use Thailand for their base of work. The expectation is that these foreigners will spend and invest enough over the 5-year period to inject 1 trillion baht into the Thai economy, specifically 8 billion in foreign investment and 270 billion in taxes. A government spokesperson says foreign experts who are enticed by this measure will strengthen the private business sector. Despite the fairly high COVID-19 infection rate and tight restrictions in place, tourism officials say they still plan to move forward with plans to reopen on October 1st. According to a Bangkok Post report, the tourism and sports minister confirmed Bangkok, Chonburi, Phetchaburi, Prachuapkhirikan, and Chiang Mai will open next month. The minister says 21 more provinces will also move forward with reopening on October 15th. While the COVID-19 infection rate is a setback, the minister says his ministry is fully prepared for the reopening. In Phuket, where the pilot sandbox reopening project was launched, there have been more than 200 new COVID-19 cases on the island each day. According to the Bangkok Post, the minister says these figures are from the area's active case finding. In Bangkok, there have been numerous and often violent rallies at the Dindang intersection involving teenagers, some who throw ping-pong bombs into the busy street. This week, police reportedly arrested the youngest person yet for violating the curfew during the protest. A 12-year-old was arrested for violating the 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. stay-at-home order, and another 11 people were also arrested. The 12-year-old is now the youngest person to be charged with violating the curfew. The Thai Lawyers for Human Rights say the move invoking the curfew to make an arrest is a common tactic used against protesters during the pandemic. The Thai cabinet has decided to allocate around 946 million baht from the Central Fund to the Thai Red Cross Society for 1 million doses of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. The Red Cross says the doses will be used to vaccinate certain target groups free of charge. The news outlet Nation Thailand says the order will arrive in early 2022. The pharmaceutical company representing Moderna sold the vaccine at around 966 baht per dose, including transportation cost. The state of emergency order in Thailand's deep south has been extended for another 3 months for security reasons, as certain regions near the Malaysia border are still prone to violence due to the southern insurgency. The order is in place until December 19th and applies to specified districts and border provinces. And now for the top headlines in Southeast Asia. In Malaysia, a report from Bloomberg News says the Prime Minister will announce the easing of more curbs in the economic and social sectors due to concerns over the lockdown's effect on mental health. Tight restrictions are said to have a significant impact on people's moods. And between January to July of this year, the number of suicides in Malaysia has more than doubled the number reported during the same period last year. In Indonesia, the health minister told a reporter from Reuters that the country plans to start opening its borders to foreigners in November once 70% of its target population has received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. He says border restrictions will be eased even more once 70% of the public has their second dose. In Vietnam, a refrigerated truck traveling north from southern Vietnam was discovered to be holding 15 people trying to escape the COVID-19 surge in the country. Vietnamese state media reported on the story and said that one of the people who were trying to escape was just 7 years old. The country has been overwhelmed with COVID-19 infections. In Cambodia, AFP reports that China handed over a $150 million stadium in Phnom Penh on Sunday, saying it was Beijing's biggest ever infrastructure grant to the country. The massive venue, which has a 60,000 person capacity, is a project under China's $1 trillion Belt and Road Initiative. And those are the top headlines in Thailand and Southeast Asia. For more news, go to thetiger.com or check out our evening show, Thailand News Today.